Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, what's up, guys? Repeat back with you for night number 2, Talladega Super Speedway, the old chain graboid J-Pop package where you cannot push on the bottom. That is the whole thing behind it. In the booth, the one and only Expert Racing. Expert, we saw a lot of great truck racing last night. So some of the Xfinity guys come on up tonight. There's going to be some truck guys in with the Xfinity guys as well. I don't think there's very many, if any, Cup guys because the points in this middle series are super tight. I mean, I think from first to second is only like 7 points. It's just flat ridiculous. We're gonna go through the field once we get loaded in. But buddy, night number 2 of 20 plus Xfinity cars on track. How you feeling? Who you got? And buddy, are you ready to go?
I'm really excited. The truck guys last night put on one heck of a show. Of course, we didn't make it all the way to the checkered. We had the yellow flag on the last lap, but those guys really proved what this package could do. I'm excited to see what these Xfinity guys can do. They brought the best racing all season so far, and I'd imagine it'd stay the same here tonight. Expect a lot of great moves here tonight. We saw some of the guys in the truck series. Now they're going to try to take that experience and put it here in the Xfinity series. We're going to see a lot of great racing, and always expect an underdog to be up front towards the end to try to get himself a victory. It's going to be a lot of fun here tonight.
Absolutely. Talladega is the great equalizer. We talked about it last night. It's all about that game of chess, especially with this draft package. You got to put your place in the right you got to put your car in the right place at the right time to be there to strike when it really matters. Now with stage points, it matters a few times. So who's going to be willing to put it all out there for max points in stage 1? Max points in stage 2, and of course to get that W as this race wraps up the midpoint of this 6-race chase season. Man, it's been a lot of fun so far. Could we see an underdog get it done? Absolutely. Will we see somebody that hasn't quite been able to to get it done on the cookie cutter tracks? It's going to be a lot of fun. I believe that there is about 5 truckers that are going to be in here. I know Swats is here. I know NNR Monsters here. I know NNR Bowling's here. I believe Papa Bear is here, and there may be 1 or 2 others. So, yeah, kind of mixing it up a little bit. I can't wait. J-Pa and Chain Graboid really got together, and they got this package right. If you like 2 and 3 wide racing, kind of like what we used to see in NASCAR of yesteryear, you're not going to want to go anywhere. Keep it right here. Vols, good to see you shouting out Dega. Tree Wade, good to see you as well. And of course, there is the one and only Alpha York saying good luck, drivers. Commando Griff just corrected me. He says there's actually 8 truckers in the field tonight, Expert.
And these guys, them coming up, trying to gain some Xfinity experience, it's going to do wonders for them trying to go up through this system. Of course, a lot of questions still surround what NNR is going to do here on this side with the iRacing series coming up. But, these guys want to put their mark on this series and on this race tonight to say, hey, we can go truck racing, but we can also go Xfinity racing. I know these guys are excited for the opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. One of the things that has always been the way that you move up in NNR, you catch the eye of somebody that's higher up in the next series. So for the truckers, you want to impress somebody in Xfinity and Cup. In Xfinity, you want to impress somebody in Cup, and then Cup, man, once you get there, you're among the best of the best. I mean, we've said it many times. Arguably, Cup has the best in presets, hands down on Xbox. And a lot of these guys aspire to get there. Now, Stout Whiskey, he might argue with me a little bit. He says there's guys in truck and Xfinity that belong to being Cup. There's just a certain amount of spots. Like you could say, and you could agree or disagree with me, maybe NNR Bowling, maybe he should have just skipped on over and went right to Cup. but that didn't work with his schedule. Could he gone to Xfinity? Who knows? But either way, man, the guy's got a hell of a hold on that Truck Series Championship trophy. Last night, didn't quite get the finish that he wanted. Will the additional cars come back to haunt him? Who knows? But tonight, man, again, these guys are super tight in this points battle. And with 20-plus cars on track, points could swing many, many different ways.
And you're exactly right. These guys getting ready to go racing here at Talladega, and this one, the wild ones, you could see upsets. You can see the guys that are usually up front dominating have horrible races. So it's going to be a big question on who can put themselves in the right position at the right time. That's going to be a key to victory here. And these guys, they're going to have to get experimental. They're going to have to dig down deep and find moves that they didn't even know were possible. So, the options in the playbook is going to be wide open for these guys. It's going to be the guys who take the most chances that could be up front winning this race tonight.
Yeah, I just went ahead and pulled up the points for this Xfinity series. Commando Griff, he took the lead after last week, and I mentioned that the points were tight. He's just a mere 7 over the 8 Hellman's Camaro for Combat Beast. Then you got King Mathers. He's been rocking that 15. He's got a few wins on this series as well. Yotes King, Baritone Boss, KFB 18 in that Double Twix 54, Cole 315, PTH the GOAT, which I don't think I saw him tonight, Master Killer, Little Tank, and Old Tweeter, which I don't believe he's on. He's going to be on track tonight either. And whoops,
hey, NNR fans,
playing right here. Don't need that just yet. I think I just saw an invite pop up, so we're going to go ahead and grab that. Let me go ahead and make sure that they're actually loading in. Yes, they are. Now I'll go ahead and get you your invite right now. I think you deserve it. What do you think?
I hope so. I mean, it'd be kind of hard to commentate without it.
There you go. There you go. Or we could be like Vols when, a couple of short weeks ago where he broadcasted right off of the Discord. We could just do that. What's the big deal?
I mean, shoot, I could go to my PC real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. I guys and gals out there in chat, big props to this guy right here in the booth. Old Expert went out and doubled up on the on everything in order to make sure he's going to be able to bring one hell of a broadcast. And we're going to go through this one hell of a field. It's going to be the Double Deuce, Old AZ Yotes King on the pole. The 1 of Cole 315. Then we see the 0 of LXTX 713 of your current points leader, Commando Griff. And then there's Cole. Okay, so they were a little out of sorts. 9 of Q-Dog. The 54 of KFB 18. Very strong car last week at the Glen. Let's see what he's going to be capable of tonight. 15 of Old King Mathers. 98 of the one and only MK, Mr. Master Killer. There is the 8-car Combat Beast. He'll have our one soul on board tonight to be able to keep up with everything related to this Talladega race. 18 of I Race Clean in that monster number 18. The 47 of Bill's Legend rocking that Trump train. Let's see if he can get that thing to choo-choo all the way to the front. 6-car of Krabby Soup, one of our truckers that's going to be in the field. Good to see him in that Whataburger Camaro. We've got the 38 of NNR Bowling, your current Truck Series points leader and probable champion. 90 car of Old Papa Bear. He had a phenomenal race. Had a lot of his family join in from Michigan last night. That was pretty cool. 7-car of NNR SWATs. He's got these Brant colors, that old Dale Jr. throwback to one of his initial Dirty Mo schemes. I've actually got that diecast sitting right here. 44 of Baritone Boss. The 20 of Classic Stu. 99 of NNR Monster. 16 of Boss E.G.O. Pride of the Bahamas. 21 of I Am Iron Man. The 5 of Lil Tank. And then we are back up front with these two. Oh, Expert, that was a mouthful to say the least. Monster, thank you very much for the 100 bits. We're getting to that Raise Energy restart zone. Buddy, we're about to set this thing off. Go ahead and grab yourself a big old swig and take us green, please.
And here we go through the Raise Energy restart zone. The 5 of Little Tank, he's going to get one heck of a jump. He's been showing some great starting performances over the past few weeks. Now going to take the lead early here at the Wild Talladega race. These guys, you can see 2 packs already forming from some guys who didn't get the best restarts, or should I say starts actually, so they're going to have to get single file pretty quickly and see if they can catch back up. But the 2 lines already being started here. You can see the 54 already going to jump to the outside. Here comes Little Tank, going to have to block that run. And now the question is, what are they going to do? Moving 3 wide now. That 54 is going to get shuffled. Here comes the one of Cole, 315 to the outside. He won the trucks race last night. I'd imagine he can come out here and try to win this Xfinity race. Right now drafting to the side of this 5 here. Who's going to lead lap 1? It's going to be close here, as right now he's going to carry that high side momentum, but the 5's going to hold him off. Little Tank leads lap 1 here at Talladega.
Little Tank leads lap 1, but I tell you what, that 22 has grabbed himself an Oreo, and he is just trying to dunk in that milk as fast as he can. Side by side, coming off of turns 1 and 2. There on the bottom, you see that 8 car of Master Killer. Imagine that. Combat Beast, again, our one and only on board. He's dropping fast, dropping 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. He's going to find himself all the way in the rear with the gear. But this 5 so far still able to keep up on the on the whole field. He's got everybody in his rear view. I still remember Little Tank pushing J.R. Horn last year in the Truck Series around Daytona to open it up. He didn't leave that 19's back bumper. Well, now it's the 5's turn to lead and have someone shove him. But man, they cannot lock on that bottom side. So we've been riding with the 0. He's not locked on. He's the 0 of LXTX7. He's having to check up. But for some reason, that outside line has not been able to get there. With a new leader on the outside instead of the 1, now I see the 54 out there. Expert, could that make a difference?
It certainly could. To see these guys in the back already trying to form up a line, it could really try to get some of those guys in that front pack. As you can see right here, more guys trying to go up. But this, the one thing you have to watch out for if you try to go up there and make that move. What the 54 just did, he just undercut them and took all of their momentum, and that stacked everybody up behind him, even knocked a guy to the apron, and you could see what it did to stall that second pack's momentum as they were catching this first pack.
Yeah, that's one thing that we saw a lot of last night in the closing laps of the Truck Series race. People on the bottom trying to move up, maybe get ahead of the guy that was trying to get going, but they ended up making contact instead, and it completely stalled everything. Or that was just the way that they broke up the line. Move on up, make a little bit of contact, slow up the momentum, a little bit of a side draft maybe. And, that outside line just could not go anywhere. Now the one of Cole 315, as you said, the winner from last night. He's got that middle line, 54 and the 47 of Bill's Legend up high. So now we're back to 2 lines, and looks like we might have a little bit more momentum on the high side one more time with the 15 of King Mathers leading up there.
Yeah, and he's one guy that can definitely lead that outside line. Take it from me, when I raced with him in the Shadow Racing League, he was the big mover a lot of times on getting that outside lane working. But it's kind of difficult. You could see guys making it 3 wide back here trying to carry momentum. So it can be difficult when you don't have the guys giving you the right support, and that's going to trap him in the sucker hole, leading him to the back. These guys just mainly deciding, hey, we're going to stick down to the bottom and just see what happens from here. But expect these guys to try to make moves as we continue underway here.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that this bottom just is the way it is. I mean, going back again to the 0, he is not on the 5's back bumper. He's actually having to check up, and he's got a bumper full of the 18 of iRace Clean. Still nothing doing. He's not touching him. It's just that there's nobody on the outside to really get on up and get the challenging. Finally, here comes the one of Cole 315 with the 98 of Master Killer, and then I believe it's going to be I'm not quite sure who's the 3rd car in line. But now looking back from the 0, there is a train a-coming up high. We'll have to see if this finally breaks up the monotony of the bottom.
You say we got a train coming. Is it rolling around the bend? I'm sorry, I had to make that joke because of Bulls out there.
Rolling around the bend, and he ain't seeing the sunshine till he don't know when. Absolutely. Mama Balls, good to see ya. How are ya? I hear the train coming, rolling around the bend.
I'm sorry, I had to. You said that. That's the first thing that popped in my mind.
I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on.
Dragging on.
Okay. Anyway, back to the racing, because I'm sure that is a whole lot better than me doing my best Johnny Cash impersonation. Top 4, top 5, all nose to tail. Here comes the 18 of iRace Clean, rocketing up that second line. He's going to have a little bit of a pull a little bit of a push, rather, from the one of Cole. Cole has gone to the outside, maybe now recognizing that the bottom is the way to go, but they can't push there. Once the leader has the lead on the bottom, that's it. They can't do anything with him. So now the 54 and the 16 seem like a little bit of, to use an old DW word, co-opetition to go on out, bounce out, try to grab the lead. New leader in the one Oreo machine. He's handing Oreos to the 5 of Little Tank through the passenger side window, door to door, side by side, coming to complete this lap. As Combat Beast comes across the line, we'll grab a stage 1 count, see where we stand. But man, it might just be starting to get very interesting.
And you're exactly right with these guys going double wide now. They're trying to find the runs. Right now, Little Tank's done a great job of controlling that and being able to make the bottom line the preferred line when it's usually not supposed to be in this package. He's done a great job at being able to control these guys, and it really shows here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's really weird. I'm gonna try to get back up to the guy in second place, because even though it looks like he's locked on, I really don't believe he is. We're gonna get up there and we're gonna kind of do a little I spy with my 4 eyes and see exactly what's going on. Yeah, the 0, he's close. He's close. He might have given a couple of bumps here and there, but he's not locked on. Y'all can see for yourself, and as I promised, across the line, 15 laps to go. And oh, by the way, everybody will have to pit at least once here, depending on what happens with cautions. They should all have about 9 or 10 laps of fuel left in their Xfinity tanks.
And these guys' strategy is going to play a huge factor here. It's going to be who can control that most. Like I said, who's willing to take the most risk? They could be the ones winning here this evening. And talking to us up here in the booth, LP.
Yeah, could absolutely. Who knows? I mean, we had, what was it? It was 3 Xfinity drivers win the race or finish in the top 3 last night. I'm not quite sure where the first trucker finished, but who knows? Could we see 3 truckers take the Xfinity race? It's one thing about Talladega and Daytona, you never know exactly what's going to happen. It looks like they're starting to get really, really spread out on that bottom. Some people seem to have maybe given up the ghost and they're not going to try. But I tell you, these two, they're getting dangerously close to that point of pushing. And I'm sure J-Pie, he's out there, he's monitoring this. But yeah, they've been getting just a little close. I think those runs with 6, 7, or 8 trucks on the outside should have been able to come on up, catch them, and give a great challenge. But so far, these two, they've got the entire field back almost. Well, yeah. I mean, looking back from the 5, it looks like the entire field is back nose to tail. 13 laps to go.
And the idea here with these guys, my idea of what's going on here with the 5 and the 0, when the 0 gets to his bumper, he makes sure that the guys behind him stays attached to his. And when he has to check up, it forces the whole line to check up, which does not allow anyone to build up a run. And that's probably what's going on. You can see a few guys get monster runs to the outside, but that's from checking up the inside at a wrong moment. Right now, that 0 could be checking them up at the right time, and that's allowing that 0 and 5 to stay right there in P1 and P2.
Well, I tell you what, they got a great challenger. Our points leader of 13 of Commando Griff with the 47 of Bill's Legend rocking third and fourth right now. And then I believe it's going to be the 9 of Q-Dog, the 1 of Cole 315, 98 of Master Killer, 54 of KFB 18, 22 of Yotes, 18 of iRace Clean, 44 of the one and only Baritone Boss. So while these guys are getting up, getting going, 47-13 laying back just a little bit, maybe hoping for a bit of a run here. These guys can lock on and push and pull all they want because they're not in the lead on the bottom line. If they go to the outside and can pull up to the zero's door, maybe drag him back a little bit, get to the 5, try to drag him back a little bit, they can do all they want. They can push until the cows come home on the outside, just cannot do it on the bottom line. One of the greatest things about this Graboid package.
And unfortunately, NASCAR, he just kicked me out of the lobby.
Oh, well, we better go ahead and get you back in here. That way, if it kicks me, we still have one source of getting back. Let's see here.
I would say it's a little unusual for it to happen this early, as we have not reached the bump yet, but NASCAR's catching us by surprise, keeping us on our toes for tonight.
Yes, they are. All right, got your invite back out. They are. I'm wondering if there might be a little bit of lag in the room as well, because that whole line just kind of got checked up from the Dex car on back. There's still 3 or 4 deep on the bottom. You see the 15 of King Mathers on the outside, maybe hoping that somebody will pull up and work with him to try to get to the front. If they can't lock on the top 2 spots, they might just need a little extra patience, or it could just be somebody on a wheel, somebody that can get to that outside line, hold the line, and not come down to door check anybody or check up the field. Who knows? But the 54 KFB 18, he's outside now. Looks like the 9 of Q-Dog, he's going to go ahead and pass him on by. Nobody has gone up to the... Oh, a little bit of contact there. 54 goes into the outside wall off the side door. I think that was from the 1 of Cole, and that is going to break this big pack up into 2, even just a little bit more. As you see the 1 car almost getting underneath the 9, going into the corner. 2 very distinct packs now.
You're exactly right. And these guys are really showing out right now, trying to see if there's any way to build up a run. You can see guys snaking all over the place. That could be leading right now to us possibly having some pit stops this time by.
Yeah, very, very possible. They've got, at least from the 8 car, a Combat B stream, he's showing about 3 laps left, and he's trying to shoot that gap. You see him back there behind that 54. You see Commando Griffin, the 47, up on that middle lane. And yep, you called it right. There's the 1, there's the 15, there's the 5, there's the 22. There's the, I'm not quite sure who that was in the back, tail end Charlie, but you definitely got at least 5, very fast cars on pit road, so this could help them when they come on out if a bigger pack should happen to come in together. So back up front, I believe it's still the 5 will cycle through and see, or if the 13 of Commando Grip has inherited the lead, and yes, he has.
And right here with him inheriting the lead, the big question is going to be now, what strategy is going to prevail? Will the guys that pit sooner be the ones that get the advantage, or will it be the guys who stay out the longest? I mean, that's going to be the biggest question of all. Usually we see the short pitting guys take the advantage, Pete, but I mean, of course, it's a different day, different race, and we've seen how different this type of package has been used today, to where the bottom line has not been defeated. So, I mean, what can be the idea here?
Man, the idea is probably a half a can, no tires, wait till the stage break to make any big adjustments, and just get out. And just as we say that, you see about 5 or 6 cars just duck on down beneath that double yellow line, indicating that they're going to be coming down this time. And there's a bigger pack here. You got about 5 or 6 cars versus the 4 that went down before, the last time these guys came around. Watching this 47 of Bill's Legend really try to woe up that 47 Camaro. 8 car Combat Beast into the inside wall. Commando Griffin, the 47, side by side with the Plan B sales of Q-Dog and the one of Cole 315. Talking about Plan B sales, ladies and gents, if you go on over to planbsales.com, go on through, look for your favorite truck or your favorite Xfinity or Cup Series driver, and place your order. Oh, by the way, when it comes time to check out, put in promo code VolsFan88 for free shipping plus a free Plan B sales sticker that you can you'll have sent to you courtesy of the one and only TN Vols, which, oh, by the way, he's going to be back in the States a little bit sooner than expected. Look for his voice to kind of get warmed up on the iRacing side sooner than later. Vols, if you're still out there, we're definitely looking forward to hearing those pipes. Man, I tell you, it's going to be a fantastic time after the race that you and Vols put on at the Glen last week. I'm looking forward to your graphics, your voices intermixed, calling all the great NNR iRacing Series action. This week we're going to be at Dover, that good old concrete canyon. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And I want to go ahead and give a shout out to somebody. He commentated the last iRacing race that we had or whatnot. Mr. NNR Swatch, usually our Truck Series admin. He pulled me along to come commentate with him, and I got to tell you, he certainly impressed me. He did one heck of a job as well.
Absolutely, NNR Swats, and big congratulations to Swats. He is NNR's newest affiliate member on Twitch. Good job, Swats. Way to dig through. I know you were worried about that affiliate, worried about getting your numbers where they needed to be in order to get to that level. Now let's see you get to the partnership level, which is extremely rough. But either way, congratulations, and man, way to stay the course. All right, so we're going to keep on going through. They're on lap 21 to 25 here in stage number 1. I believe the 54... nope, it's actually going to be the 9 car of Q-Dog is your leader. I think he's actually just now coming down pit road because it shows him really slow on the front part of the track. Disregard. There is that Plan B sales number 9 Camaro for Q-Dog, guy that held the points for the most part during the regular season until King Mathers took over, and then recently the one and only driver of the 13 Commando Griff took the lead from there. But right now, this 9's in some pretty good shape for max points here in stage 1. 4 laps remaining, buddy.
And with 4 laps remaining, these guys, it's going to come down to who's willing to make that move. Q-Dog's out here up front. And the big question is, where is that move going to come from? Right now, Bill's legend in that 47, he was really aggressive in that Truck Series race on making those moves. He could be a guy that it comes from. And then you also have guys in this front pack as well, like Little Tank, who was our pole sitter, Commando Griff sitting right there in third, and then last night's truck winner, Cole 315, he's up there as well. So a lot of guys where this move could come from.
Yeah, absolutely. This string of cars on that bottom line. I mean, the 9 right now, he is the winner. I'm sorry, yeah, I shouldn't say winner. He is the leader. And as you can see, the 47 not on his back bumper. They've got enough integrity not to push, even though they are nose to tail trying to come across to finish out stage number 1. 3 laps remaining. So far, 9 in great position to maybe even gain some points on the 13. He's a couple points back across the line one more time. 2 more laps to go.
With 2 laps to go here, though, these guys are going to definitely have to reset here and see where they can get a run. Expect some guys to try to back off and try to see if they can build up a gap and try to get off this bottom line. Little Tank already trying to take a run to the outside. Not sure if he's going to have any help. See if he's going to drop back down in line here. But coming around to 1 lap to go, expect on the back straightaway somebody to go high, and these guys start building a run here heading into 1 and 2.
I tell you what, I don't know. I'm seeing, instead of car numbers right there, I'm seeing name tags. Hashtag JPOM Militia, hashtag JPOM Militia, hashtag JPOM Militia. Every single one of these cars in line behind the 9 at Q-Dog is a hashtag JPOM Militia driver. Q-Dog, 47 of Bill's Legend, the 13 of Commando Griff, the 1 of Cole 315, the 98 of Master Killer. The other odd man out is going to be the 15 of King Mathers, him in the 5. That's it. Everybody else has some kind of an affiliation.
And, I mean, when it comes to that, of course, these guys are going to stick with each other. We can see it right here, though. But some guys trying to make a desperation move to try to get some points. But right now you can see these guys staying in line here. They may not make a last chance move. Here comes Little Tank trying to see if he can get at least one position from the 98, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. Solidified here at the line. It's going to be Q-Dogs taking the win with Commando Griff finishing second.
Commando Griff, your current points leader, finishing second right there. One car, Cole 315, is going to round out your top 3. And, man, our one onboard Combat Beast finished a little bit further back, finished 20th right there. Big thanks once again to him for letting us ride along with him. We're going to take a break here, NNRleague.com. Let's go look at some merch.
Send me an invite.
Hey NNR fans, are you looking for a way to rep your favorite NASCAR Heat Preset League on Xbox Live? Look no further. Just go to NNRleague.com, scroll down to the Zazzle tab, and see what we have to offer. From t-shirts to hoodies to clocks, we have everything you need to show your support. Thanks for being the best fans, and we hope to see you at the track repping that NNR red.
All right, guys and gals, as always, anytime we take one of those quick little commercial breaks to show you everything about NNR, we bring you right back. You don't miss a dang thing. It's going to be the 5 of Little Tank right back up top where he was before. 9 car of Q-Dog. The 13 of Commando Griff. 1 car Colt 315. 15 of King Mathers. That's going to be your top 5. Expert back under green. 5's in an old, very familiar spot.
Yes, but this time he does not have the help he once had with that 0 behind him. So that 9 and the rest of the guys on the outside, they're going to power through with that train on the outside. And that 5 just getting brought back to the inside line to the next leader down there, which is going to be Commando Griff. The idea, and we cannot stress it enough for these guys, they can push on the bottom as long as the lead car is not the leader on track. And right now, Little Tank, he's going to pull out the way. He probably forgot to pit. That's what I'm imagining right there. So that allowed those guys up front to be able to get this high line working. You're about to see the full power that this package holds.
Absolutely. You got many cars up there. First car to pull on back down, going to be the 15 of King Mathers. Got the double deuce of Yotes King. He's going to give him a little bit of a shove up high. Still the 1, the 9, and the 13. Can they get that magic back? They've just pulled the entire field right back to them. 3 wide.
And right here, 3 wide already for the lead. I told you they're going to get wild for the lead here. They're going to get it shuffled back out to 2 wide, but you can see these guys already making moves here.
Absolutely. Welcome, big welcome to, we just talked about PlanBSales.com and old Vols Fan 88 to get that shipping on your diecast order. Vols, buddy, welcome to the booth. Some exciting news that you're going to be coming back to us sooner than later. Glad to hear it, but man, what about this race tonight, bud? You've been watching from chat. What do you think so far?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of the J Posh, the rules that he has here. It's one of those type of packages that it allows the drivers to kind of be a little bit more aggressive, but it also makes it more fun. The boring monotony of restrictor plate racing, it's just right around that bottom, hit that yellow line, and don't come off of it until the last lap. Well, now they're going to make you go 2 and 3 wide. And Cole 315, Q-Dogs, and all of these other great Xfinity and truck drivers that have come up have done an amazing job at it. I am lagging like crazy. I'm watching a pileup on the thing, so I'm going to try to do this from the Twitch stream.
All right, buddy. You sound like you got maybe a little bit of a Korean cold. Hopefully their pine pollen isn't messing with your sinuses, but man, welcome to the stream one more time, buddy.
That it is. I'm a little scratchy today, and they told me to stay home from work, so I've been sitting here just locked it myself in my room.
doing your thing, and I don't want to know what your thing is. 3 wide behind the top 3 cars. Here comes that 5, a little tank back up on the bottom side. It looks like whatever his ailment was earlier, Expert, he's been able to get back up and get going. He's just moved the 90 Maxim car. I believe that's going to be Papa Bear up and out of the way, as well as the 38, which could be bowling. Different cars for some people tonight. But man, big thank you to NNR SWATs for allowing Xfinity and a couple of Cup guys to run last night in the Truck Series. And big thank you to J-Pa for allowing, about 8, I think Bowling said earlier, or might have been Commando Griff, or one of those guys said earlier that he's allowed 8 truckers to come on up and grab some extra seat time here at Dega in the Xfinity cars. I don't think we're going to see any kind of a mix with the Cup cars tomorrow night. But man, what a show it was last night, and what a show it's been so far tonight as well.
And right here, this the moment for these guys. You can see the bottom line is becoming the more dominant line once again. So the question for these guys is, how do you try to get that high line back working? How do you get these guys to go back up top? Right now, it looks like that the 5 of Little Tank has figured this out from not only a pushing standpoint, but also being the leader, as well as he's been able to get very close to that 54's back bumper without touching him. So right now, he has really figured out this package and how to be able to run it well, to be able to stall out those higher lines.
I tell you what, one person that's going to have the patience to really try that higher line, I hope he doesn't make a liar out of me, he's going to have a gap in about a lap or 2 possibly, is going to be that 38 of Bowling. He's got the 90 of Papa Bear giving him a big old shove in that second line, and now they're going to have more help. 4, now 5 cars on that outside line, all the way back to the Double Deuce. As Double Deuce, he's going to go ahead and dive on in, but he can't push down there. Stay in that outside line, give a shove for all you're worth. You ain't got to worry about overheating, and just drive. So now I see what that 22 did. He took the slingshot from that second line, dove down, able to make the bottom line work off of the 9 cars draft, and was able to pull back up in front of the 15. What a phenomenal drive there by the 22. That was absolutely clip-worthy. Expert, that's what we call a power move.
And you're exactly right. By the way, I love the HD Motorsports reference there, man. You got to love it.
I reached out to old HD this morning, shared a clip of a win I got at the iRacing Super Speedway. We were talking about stocks and things like that. And oh, by the way, out there in chat, if you own any of the Dogecoin, kind of a Bitcoin cryptocurrency, you're very, very happy about what you saw this morning. He almost tripled his money. I doubled my money, and it's only at 14 cents. But man, what a great way to make some extra cash. We've seen cryptocurrency on some of these cars as sponsors. I think they said it's like worth over $11 billion right now. And yeah, it's only at 14 cents per share. But man, when you own, like he's got over $400, I've got like almost 800 shares, it adds up. But man, yeah, he got a win at the iRacing Super Speedway. So did I. And, we're just talking about all kinds of different random things. I miss my buddy. I really do. But man, I think we do one hell of a job with these NNR boys as well. The same thing with Turn Down for What and Shadow Racing and wherever else we may land. These guys put on one hell of a show. Expert, we're just lucky enough to be able to talk about it, buddy.
And you're exactly right. And we're lucky enough to have the iRacing head commentator up here in the booth with us and be graced by his presence. And Vols, you're seeing all this. You're moving from Xbox to the iRacing side. What is the feeling for you being able to head up your own personal project that we know that you've wanted to for so long? You've talked about it so much, how much work that you've put in. What can we expect whenever we go racing in June on iRacing?
Well, I just think you're going to expect a lot of very good competitive racing. You have a bunch of guys over there. They've raced they've raced a very good 2 opening seasons just as practice. And now they're going to come on here and we presented it to them last week, the graphics that are going to be on the screen. That's going to transition over. I'm just so looking forward to being with you and being with Rick, happening on mine and his channel throughout the entire season. My wife's going to be on board. I'm expecting a very good show. Coey and Matt have really done a very good job of getting everything put in order. So I'm hoping that me coming home early is going to boost this season up and get it done. Maybe 2 weeks sooner than what we expected. We expected the end of June. Man, I really hope we can get it in the middle so we can stop talking about it coming live and hell, we can do it.
And you're exactly right. And Pete, you're racing over there on the iRacing side, and I mean, how does it feel for you as these guys go 3 wide near in the back of the pack trying to get runs going? How does it feel from you making that transition as a broadcaster back to a driver? We all have been guys that have raced. Me and Vols actually had a rivalry for a really long time, a nice friendly rivalry in which when we both started out league racing, it was usually me versus him in a lot of these leagues. But now when it comes to making that transition back to a driver, man, how has that transition been for you? We saw you got the pole at Atlanta the other night, so obviously you've been showing a lot of great speed. So how's that transition been overall for you?
Man, I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun. Getting back behind the wheel, I got Rays behind me with all of their amazing flavors. No crash ever throughout the race, fortunately. Like you said, I started on pole, Atlanta Motor Speedway, able to beat out the likes of CGMX Rose and a couple of others to grab the top spot. Had a great top 10 going, and then going in at about lap 80, I slid through the pit stall trying to make sure that I didn't have my quick repair on. Because whether you have damage or not, or even the slightest amount of damage, it'll take it from you, where I wanted to save it for another time. Slid through the pit stall, ended up going a lap down, but man, it absolutely has been a lot of fun. That's one thing about iRacing versus here on Heat and a couple of the other versions before this. On there, people take the racing quite a bit more seriously because they're worried about, they're literally worried about the damage that's going to slow them up, and make what could be a great night and take it from them. Or if you're going through the official lobbies, people are worried about their safety and their I rating. It's a completely different world. I want to say it's really where all the real racers are, because it's not. Man, don't take this the wrong way. It's not an arcade game. It's a real world simulator that even the NASCAR drivers use to hone their skills, especially during these times where there's no practice, there's no qualifying, there's none of that. Yeah, I think they've also got a new tool that I heard of recently called R Factor, which Motorsports Games has kind of partnered with to work on their next edition. So we'll have to see how that works out. But man, I've had a great time over on iRacing. Been piloting that number 8 Rays Energy Chevy Silverado all the way around. Man, I'm looking forward to it. Like I mentioned earlier, we got Dover this Monday. It's going to be a lot of fun. And talk about a lot of fun and the way things have been and the way where they're going. I just see the one and only HD Motorsports actually out there in chat right now. He joins, says, "Hell yeah, power move. What are the odds I join in and you're talking about me, him and Rock going back and forth? Says he misses me too." I'm gonna get teary-eyed here. No, I'm just kidding. But man, it's been good old HD. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I tell you what though, HD came in and joined our Auto Club lobby. What was it, like 3, maybe 4 weeks ago? Completely spanked every single one of us. So we're kind of glad that he's not in that series with us, because we all have a chance to win without him there. Frozen, what's happening? Good to see you. 5 cars still leading here, guys. 3-car breakaway on the top line where they can push. Kind of surprised that they didn't just stay there, but right now it's the 5, the 98 of Master Killer, and the 1 of Cole 315 leading the way, and I believe they've got about 8 or 9 laps to go.
Man, I'm just really surprised that we haven't seen this high line really work itself in. We've seen some guys come up there and take the lead for like a brief second, but the bottom lane has been the most preferred. We see them kind of jumping up and down, moving around a little bit, but we're not seeing a whole lot here. But sorry, I'm really scratchy.
And right here, you can talk about that, Vols. They've just made a power move. Got to use the HD Motorsports line again. They made that power move on the outside. You can see the 22 deciding to drop down, thinking, okay, this bottom line is going to get organized. They're going to push our way to the front now on the bottom. But these guys on the high side are really making that high side work. Now expect, here comes, I believe that's going to be... let me get back up to the front there. Actually, somebody's going down pit road. That's the 22 of Yotes King. He's going down pit road. But NNR Bowling, the Truck Series points leader, he went down and left the 16 high and dry up there on the top. Now the 16's got the 90 behind him. But right there, NNR Bowling decided to drop down to the low side when it was getting organized. And now he's to the point. We talked about it earlier, Pete. A lot of these truck guys coming in here tonight. Could this be their opportunity to make their mark? It looks like it is, but right as I say that, you see guys signaling we're about to have some green flag pit stops.
Yeah, a few guys going down below the double yellow line to signal that they're going to be coming on down. And when they came back up, almost threw them for a little bit of a loop and weren't quite able to come up cleanly. It could have been, it was a big moment for them all. HD says, let's talk about the one time I spotted for you to a win at Daytona. Well, let's actually go ahead and show you that. Here is the margin of victory that I was able to grab a win with the one and only HD Motorsports spotting for me in the ARCA cars, I believe this was, at Daytona Motor Speedway just a couple of very short weeks ago during an official race. So yeah, HD helping me get it done. Let's get back to this though. Yeah, green flag pit stops very much underway.
And once again, this is going to bring in the question of strategy is who's going to get it. Is it going to be the guys that short pit? Of course, they have the advantage. None of them are going to be the leaders. They can push as much as they want, but they have to get grouped up together. And now these packs getting smaller and smaller. Now 3 cars are the only ones that have stayed out so far. The rest of them have gone in. And right now you can see they are just working on passing each other, and that seems like it's going to harm them more than help them. As you can see, guys exiting pit road. Still a lot of cars still to go down, but they are spread out at this point, and that's really going to hurt them as far as time whenever this cycles out.
Yeah, I just saw the 13 of Commando Griff go flying on by. I'm going to guess it's somebody that ran out of fuel. Right now, our one and only onboard, the 8-car Combat Beast, he's on pit road in that Hellman's Camaro. As soon as he comes out, we'll be able to see exactly how everything cycles back through, who's in the lead, who's got some time. But looks like Combat Beast is in P5. 3 laps remaining here in stage number 2. Nobody out there in chat yelled at me about unfurling that flag. Went ahead and got that done. But right now, it looks like the 0 of LXTX7 is the leader. But guess what? It looks like he's out of fuel.
Yeah, tough break for most of these guys. They like to push it to the last little bit here. And I don't think that 13 has pitted. This is it's like a damn parking lot out there.
Yeah, I'm going to guess there's something else going on that we are not privy to in the booth. Expert, do you want to drop down to team comms and find out why everybody's at a snail's pace, please?
I'll do just that, just to see what's going on.
All right, I appreciate you. Protob, all eyes on Commando Griff tonight, he says. He will be turning up the heat. Well, I'll tell you what, Commando Griff was able to grab P2 in stage number 1 right behind the 9 of Q-Dog. So, yeah, our current points leader doing a phenomenal job, and every single point matters. Now we're seeing a bunch of cars pass the 0. He's got the 8 of Combat Beast right at his side. It looks like the 0 might be getting a little bit of a shove from the 22 of Yotes King. Not quite sure, again, what exactly they're doing, but Expert will be back here in just a minute. There he is.
Right here, officially from J-Paw, caution is out due to the 0 being on track out of fuel. So that is the reason for the caution, and Right now, you can see that that zero getting pushed by the double deuce all the way to pit road. These guys trying to get restacked and reorganized. But when I talk about strategy and what can be dangerous for some of these guys, this is exactly what I mean right here. Running out like in turn 2 and not being able to make it down the back straightaway, you can definitely see how this can affect the race. And luckily enough, the zero made it to pit road, but that's going to be a lot of positions lost for him. And it's going to be racked and stacked back up, and it's about to get wild once again here in stage 2.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure as the leaders come across the line next time, that will be the end of stage 2. So we're about to award max points. I'm going to find out exactly who our leader is. I believe it's going to be right here, the 47 of Bill's Legend, right in front of the 1 of Cole 315 and the 9 of Q-Dog. So that's going to be your top 3. It's going to be hashtag JPOM Malicious Sweep of the first 3 spots. Not quite sure where the 13 is, but man, what a it's going to be. I'm sure these guys would have rather raced it out, but hey, Bill's Legend will absolutely take the points no matter how they fall his way.
Yeah, I can't believe that the zero ran out of gas right there. And I mean, the caution being thrown is great, and I'm glad that Bill's got it. Cole, you got all the JPOM militia guys up here, but I'm just paying attention to the chat here. You got in this lobby alone, you have 3 of the best NASCAR heat and iRacing commentators together with Pete, Frozen, and HD. That's all we're missing is Rick, and we got the top 4.
Yeah, Rick James, he started the season here with NNR while Thursday Night Thunder was kind of on break. One hell of a broadcaster in his own right as well. Yeah, Frozen absolutely does an amazing job on the PSES side. Mr. Roman out there, man, he taught me everything that I needed to know. And you know, I gotta give credit where credit's due as well. When I first started up my Twitch channel, I'm not even gonna lie. Not only did HD help me, but I actually went to Frozen first and said, "Hey, how do I set up my channel? Where do I get the graphics?" You know, I was a bunch of little questions that I remember asking her. So I'm not even gonna lie, Frozen was very, very instrumental in me launching this channel. So big props to her as well. Not only is she a great broadcaster, league owner, and does everything her way and doesn't answer to anybody. She does a phenomenal job herself. I was actually just watching her I don't know, it's obviously not Super Speedway Sunday. I'm not quite sure what she calls a stream in the middle of the afternoon on any given day during the week. I don't know if it was league tryouts or what, but yeah, she's putting people in their place in her lobbies. Say, hey man, don't screw up or else.
Well, I'm going to put her on the spot. I've been begging to get an opportunity to broadcast one with her. I'm coming home a week early. I have nothing on my schedule. I know you got something on your schedule, Frozen. You got a couple leagues out there, iRacing or Xbox side. Maybe shoot your boy an old a tweeter or something, and let's get a call together.
Monster, thank you very much for the 100 bits, sir. It looks like you got a little bit of a break out there in the action. Don't fall asleep behind the wheel. HD, good luck on that road to pro, man. I know that you're going to do great. Y'all remember the Coke series from last year? They were broadcasting quite a few of the races on NBCSN, anchored by Steve Letarte and Parker Kligerman and a few guys. Well, HD is now on that venture. I absolutely wish him well. One hell of a racer in his own Plan B sales balls. Racing. He's racing for Gale Motorsports, doing a phenomenal job. Guys and gals, we're gonna take one more break. My throat is getting hoarse. Time to take a little sip of some Ray's Energy, and we will be right back. I promise.
Hey NNR fans, don't miss any of the action by following or subscribing to Repeat's Twitch channel. Turn on notifications and you'll always know when the best preset league on Xbox hits the track. Check out his YouTube channel too to see all of NNR's past races. Follow Roman Racing as well as Repeat 1975 and others on Twitter, and you'll never miss any of the action.
All right, guys, racked and stacked, all back up one more time. Stage number 3 getting underway. Expert, it's the 47-1 on the front row. Take us green, buddy.
And here we go, the 47 already going to be able to clear there on the bottom. You can see the one of Cole 315. He's going to get right behind him and see if that bottom line can prevail again. But these guys expecting that high side to work out. The 47 went up to block some cars that weren't there, but that's also going to stall out the bottom line a little bit. But now here comes the push. Cole 315, he's going to get pushed even with the 47. Here comes the 15 to provide help to the 47 up top. Bill's Legend now losing the lead. Cole 315 is going to take the point. Master Killer making his name known as he moves into second. And like you mentioned before, that PlanBSales.com car of Q-Dogs, he's going to move up there now. He's going to shift to the high side with a run. And let's see, does he have any help? Not sure at this point. That high side's not organized. But right here, lap 1 of stage 3, it's already getting wild. And Cole 315's your leader.
And Cole 315 back to the front. 98 of Master Killer sitting there in P2. 15 of King Mathers with a big shove from the Plan B Sales Camaro from Q-Dog. Guys and gals, one more time, go to PlanBSales.com. Purchase any of your favorite diecast. When you get to the order summary, put in promo code VolsFan88 for free shipping, courtesy of, he'll say it, ya boy, VolsFan88. And man, I told you, I love it. I was looking for a Terry Labonte 2002 Got Milk car. It's now sitting right up next to the Interstate Batteries Pontiac from Bobby Labonte's back in the day racing days. But man, this driving here in stage number 3, they're still too wide here, Expert.
And this just goes to show the amazing content and the amazing product NNR puts on the track every week. We talk about it, how this Xfinity Series has produced some of the best racing we've seen all season, and they're coming out here and showing it right now. But, I mean, NNR, they just don't provide the racing product that we are streaming right now. They provide so much more. And, Pete, you know where to check it out. NNRleague.com. You can check out all the point standings from these playoff runs that these guys are going through. You can check out your winners, your drivers, everything like that. And you know my personal favorite, the Zazzle tab there for NNRleague.com/shop, or actually /store, where you can go and check out all the amazing products that they have. And of course, you know, you got to get one of the Vols Fan 88 towels. I mean, Vols will tell you, those towels are going and they are selling out. I mean, Pete, you're getting beaten sales right now.
I tell you, one of those towels really needed for Vols right now. You know, he's a little under the weather. He sounds a little weepy. He might need one. Or maybe he might need one for the tears of joy as he's boarding the plane to leave the southern peninsula of Korea. So who knows? But man, that 9 back on the bottom's got that 47 Trump train Camaro for Bill's Legend sitting P2. They're going to pull back side by side. If that was the end of the race, buddies, it would have been too close to call. 56 laps to go here to wrap up the race and bring it all home from stage 3.
I just want to look at the storylines that are sitting up front right here. You got Q-Dogs in the 9. He just won. He just won somebody a diecast like 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And then you got the 15 of King Mathers. He was leading the point standings at some point in the season. He kind of fell off a little bit. Cole 315, last night's winner. Can he go 2 in a row? Can he show why he's a restrictor plate king? And then you got the 47 of Bill's Legend. He's had an up and down roller coaster season. He's had good luck, and then he's just had really, really abysmal luck. All 5 of these cars right here can come up here, and they're showing why all season long in the Xfinity Series we have put them on a pedestal. The 98 of Master Killer. These guys have just continuously been up front, and even with the truck guys coming in, you got Bowling in here. Can he continue his dominance from the Truck Series? KFB won last week. There's so much story in the Xfinity Series, and these points are so close to call, and they're out here kicking the Truck Series' ass tonight.
I'm glad you didn't say he's having shitty luck. Only I can say shitty. No,
well,
man.
Pete,
this is some phenomenal racing. Go ahead, expert.
He forgot about one too. The amazing finish we had last week at Watkins Glen. We're looking at the 54 of KFB. He's sitting 5th in line there on the bottom row. He put together probably one of the best finishes we've ever seen in NNR last week. Whenever him and I believe it was I believe it was Yotes King. It actually may have been somebody else. I'm drawing a blank right now, but he ended up getting one of the closest finishes we have ever seen in NNR and put together one heck of a race. He's up there in a position to win as well, so don't take your eyes off him. That's just another of the many storylines we have in this race right now, and Vols is absolutely right. There's so many guys that can come out here and win that, I mean, you can't just put a bet down. I can't put on my Larry Mack cap. If I do, I'm going to go insane.
You're gonna lose your Doge coin if you put on that Larry Mack cap. All right. No, you're absolutely right. The 54 and the 8-car Combat Beast had a phenomenal finish last week at the Glen. We're fortunate enough to be able to ride on board with the 8 for that last old lap, maybe half a lap. And man, they really battled it out for P number 2. First place, had a little bit of a gap on those guys, but man, what a great finish. Definitely clip worthy. You guys want to go back and watch last week's Xfinity finish from Watkins Glen? Go on over to YouTube, search out me, Repeat 1975. Every single past race that I've broadcasted from the time where from the time where HD Motorsports stepped aside because his capture card took a dump. Up till now, you can watch every single race that I've been a part of or that I've streamed, whether it's here with NNR, Turned Down for What, Shadow Racing, during the FFL tournament. No matter what, where, or how it was, it's all there. Again, Repeat 1975 over on the YouTube side.
Let's pay attention to what's going on here with this top 4. The top 4 somehow has just been able to, they had a little bit of a gap, and now we're starting to see these 2 or 3 wide guys, go a little bit here. Unforgotten Shadows said, let's go anti-J-Paw Militia. The J-Paw Militia guys are doing exactly what they need to do. 1, 2, 3, and I believe the 4th place guys, J-Paw Militia as well. They're keeping it together. They're blocking where they need to block. They're actually just letting the 3rd and 4th place guy block for them. Nothing too big. It's just a cord in the wall back in the back straight or the front straightaway.
Yeah, I saw that car slam that outside wall pretty hard. You're 100% right. All 4 all front 4 cars. There we go. I'll get it right one of these days. Are part of that hashtag J-Paw Militia. Then you've got the 54 of KFB 18. We were just talking about him last week at the Glen. Then he's got that 8 Hellman's Camaro 4 Combat Beast sitting at about P number 6. Now, Vols, you already know about this package. They cannot hook up on that bottom side. That's why you see the 47 slip sliding around just a little bit. And because he let go of the 9's rear end, it kind of brought everybody right back with him. Now we're going to see the 98 of Master Kill up on the outside. 54 is going to try to go with him. 9's going to be able to retain the lead with the 47 very close in tow. Looks like they might be slowing down a little bit. Do we have a manual caution by chance? Yep, looks like it. Yep.
I think this package is so awesome, and I really wish that every time you come to a restricted plate, man, I used to hate it. If somebody came to me and said, I've got this great opportunity to come call this race, and they go, it's Talladega or Daytona, I'm like, I'm good. I'll pass that job up. You couldn't pay me enough to call a race with the old package. But when J-Paw and them put this package in effect, and I came out and watched the Turn Down for What race with you, I fell in love with it. I will not call another console Daytona race without this package. There's 2, 3 wide. You can get 4 wide out here.
Yep.
These guys throw it around, and if you didn't watch the truck race last night, you missed one hell of a show. And tonight is getting even better. And I guarantee you, the Cup race tomorrow night, is going to be lights out. There are so many guys that are scratching for their first win. Can they get it done? This is the best opportunity to go beat the Pro League guys. This is going to be fun. It's going to be one heck of a show, and I hope that I'm here to call it.
Yeah, tomorrow night is going to be a phenomenal race. When you're talking about Pro League guys, yeah, you're absolutely right. You're talking about Jose 95 in that Levine Family Gaming number 95. You're talking about the 42 of CJMX Rose for Chip Ganassi Gaming. You're talking about the 13 of Lucky Dog. I mean, there are quite a few Pro League drivers in the NNR Cup Series, and that battle, it has absolutely gotten tighter. With Lucky Dog winning, 2 out of the first 3 races, he's absolutely closed up the points on the 42 with CGMX Rose. We're going to see all that play out tomorrow. Rose and Lucky Dog and a couple others, they might have a leg up on some of your random, ordinary cookie cutter tracks, but they're not going to have a leg up here tomorrow night at Talladega. With this package, which I was really, really glad to hear Coe had adopted, it'll be the first time that the NNR Cup Series runs this style of racing. Man, you're absolutely not going to want to miss it. If you haven't already, go on up, smash that follow button. Make sure you leave the notifications on. You will know every single time NNR goes live, whether it's a Tuesday night with the trucks, Wednesday right here with Xfinity, Thursday with Cup, Friday with NNR iRacing practice, Monday with NNR iRacing, the actual race, I should say, and then whatever happens during the week, whether it's whether it's Saturdays with turn down for what, or Sundays if the Shadow Racing League comes, makes its return. But boys, we're about to get racy one more time. Next time by, we'll go ahead and grab a lap count. 9 of Q-Dog, 47.98, 154, and the 22 of Yotes, that double deuce. It's going to round out your top 6. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Going to address that Raise Energy restart zone one more time. We'll see what Combat Beast tells me as far as laps. Man, you know what, Vols, go ahead and clear that sore throat. Let's see you take his green.
Oh, man, I'm a little bit behind, but man, let's do it. I'm going to count it in my head that they're about to go green.
Ready? I'll count you down. No, I'll count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and wait for it. 1, go, buddy, go.
Green flag's out. 9 of Q-Dogs, 47 of Bill's Legend is right there. You got the Colt 15 in the 1 car. 1, 2, and 4. Now the 1 of Colt 315 is going to get down to the P3 position. 47 is going to hang on the outside there. They're going to hang the 47 out to dry. And here comes the 9. He's hanging out there. They're going to continue to lead. Expert.
And right here, these guys continuing down the back straightaway. And now Colt 315, he won the truck race last night off a move like this. A power move to the outside. He's going to try to clear down, and he does, barely in front of the 9 of Q-Dogs. What a move. And here he goes. He's going to be able to hold on to that bottom line. This is what won him the Truck Series race. That might have been the move right there. The 9 of Q-Dogs looking high. He doesn't have any help yet. He's got to get back down in line. And right now, Colt 315, he leads us back to green. And what were we talking about Cole possibly going back-to-back? I think we're seeing it right here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's still a long way to go. Still about 37 laps remaining. Shadow, buddy, thank you very much for the 300 bits out there in chat. Buddy, absolutely appreciate you. And what did I just see? The 1 of Colt 315 lagged out, now sitting in the pits. Very, very unfortunate. No more Oreos for that guy. But man, that's going to hand the fight back over to the 9 and the 13 of Commando Griff with the 8 car of Combat Beast right up his trumpet, as the one and only Rick James would say. 54 on the bottom, still side by side, coming through the tri-oval.
And all I got to say is, you know what? I'm done. The commentator's curse keeps striking everybody. I know we're at the time for the bump, but I can't help but feel bad about that one. I can't help it. It happens too much, too often now.
You know, I'm just disappointed because here we are. These guys were out here busting their tail. Cole 315 was doing amazing. He had the J-Paw militia train going, and these stupid NASCAR heat servers continuously let us down. I don't understand how a game can make $70 a person and still have the worst servers in the history of servers, and they wonder why their next console game is going to be shit because nobody's going to go buy it. And then everybody's going to stay on iRacing where they should be, because if you get this game, you're just wasting your money.
Yeah, these servers have absolutely let us down time and time again, and it's very, very unfortunate. Vols, you can attest to this. So can Atlanta Racing and a few others. I believe our good buddy Cape can as well. If you go to Twitter, if you say, hey, what's going on? Is this something we can fix? If you complain to them too much, they ban you from Twitter. So, man, I gave up on these guys.
Crash.
Yeah, big crash.
Big
and it looks
crash.
like the game's actually going to bring out the caution this time. But yeah, I gave up on this. Guys, the only time that I really join you anymore is during these broadcasts. That is really about it. I don't even get on here anymore to race. If I do, it's I've got my wheel hooked up to my tower, and that's where it's been ever since I resubscribed to iRacing. I had my subscription well over a year ago when I spotted for HD during a 24-hour race at Daytona, and then I kind of let my subscription go because there wasn't really a whole lot of other people on there. But now more and more and more are getting so fed up, they're actually willing to spend $1,000 to $1,500 for their iRacing equipment, a good tower, good wheel, shifter, everything that they need to get up, get going, and oh, by the way, get gone from Heat 5. So green flag's back out, Expert. Here we go, one more time, buddy.
And these guys going across the stripe, trying to avoid not only making a wreck with each other, but also the lagginess of the bump. Expect that to become an issue as we continue here. But these guys at high side trying to get going once again. You can see them trying to get formed up. They just don't have the run. That inside line still leading at this point. And Vols, what are your good buddies? He's at the point right now. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about King Mathers.
Yes, sir. I know I'm up here as a broadcaster, but Pete, you already know when the 15 of King Mathers takes the lead, I'm a fan more than I'm anything. And it makes me happy to see that this guy comes in here. He's stayed dedicated. He's on iRacing as well, and I'm so excited for him to be a part of this NNR adventure with me. I can't say enough about the guy. He's one of my best friends. I talk to him about everything. But going back to what you were saying, Pete, about if you complain on Twitter, about 3 months ago, I had a conversation with the young man that runs the 704 stuff, the NASCAR Heat Twitter, and the Discord, and I was told, we'll get your thing back up there, and we'll get you an answer. 704, if you're listening, I'm still waiting, and I've yet to get it. So I'm sure that when this is done, I probably will just delete this game as soon as we call the championship races in NNR. I'm hanging it up.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that you say that because Cole, Coey and Stout and a few others said, hey, we can have 100% free off sale of our NASCAR Heat 5s on games on Xbox as soon as the next 3 weeks are over. And I think that's where a lot of people are going to be. Now, I promised a lot of the guys. I promised Papa Bear. I promised Shadow. I promised quite a few people I was not going to abandon them as far as the broadcasting side. But I got to say, if the next game that comes out is for the brand new console, I can't justify buying a brand new console for one game. Twitch just doesn't pay like that. It's nice when you get those checks in the mail. I'm not gonna lie, but it just doesn't justify that. I can still play my tanks, and my wife can still get on to play Minecraft with our nephews and things like that. I don't need a brand new console or the new game. iRacing will be 100% where it's at. And yeah, you mentioned the 15 of King Mathers on iRacing, been doing pretty well. He's right up there with everybody else, learning as we all are, and yeah, he's pretty formidable on that side. King Mathers, he's got a championship in American Ethanol. He's got a championship in Shadow Racing, which we're all going to get to meet up at in August at Daytona, including him as the season champion. He got a pair of tickets to go down and join a whole bunch of us there in the Sunshine State in the end of August. So can't wait for that. But man, his chance of getting a championship here in NNR, it's not over yet either.
And speaking of the legend himself, I mentioned him earlier, Pete.
Yeah, you did. There
Rick
he is.
James is here. Welcome, buddy.
Yeah, Rick James, we were talking about you a little bit ago when HD Motorsports and Frozen were out there in chat. Your buddy Vols here said, we got three really good commentators sitting here. He said himself, Frozen, and HD, and added you as the fourth. He completely left me out of it. I'm complete trash. I'm kidding. But
I left myself out. You guys are the Mount Rushmore.
No,
I'm just the outsider.
Nah, buddy, you're more than that. You've come a long way. We all have, and you know what? As many people, bash a couple of, one main driver from the FFL, it really did bring a lot of us together. And just, we're here. We're all here in the booth. Rick James is out there. He's been in this booth with me as well. But we're all together just the same way as these cars are together here at Dega. They're putting on one hell of a show. Still on lap 78 of 113. Man, they're still side by side here, Expert. No give, a whole lot of take. Everybody wants P1.
And you're exactly right, but right now the guy that was able to control that bottom line and keep these guys stacked up behind him, he's back to the point. So right now these guys are really going to have to try something to see what they can do to get around him, or else that 5 of Little Tank could be the one ending up in victory lane.
Absolutely. The 5 looks like there might have been a little bit of a donkey kick to the 15 of King Mathers. Don't see any serious damage on the front end of that Camaro, but still trying to pull back up, unable to pass the 5 on the low side, even with a little bit of help. So back to double wide after the first 3 or 4 cars. Rick James, buddy, thank you very much for the 101 bits. Oh, by the way, Rick, you're going to want to get a hold of your buddy Vols here. He's got some news about some iRacing streams. Let's see, now 34 to go here, Expert.
And with 34 to go, you can see that 5 is starting to change lines, trying to see what he can do here. And now that high line becoming a prominent factor right now. You can see these guys, the 15 had to go up and block. You can see the 54 dropping to the low side now to try to hold any bit of momentum that he can. But, oh, here comes the side draft from the 15 of Mathers. He's trying to get to the outside of this 5 here. He doesn't have as much help as that inside line. The inside line is more organized right now, but he is trying everything he can to be able to hold that high side. And now here comes the 54 looking on the bottom as that 5 tries to pull the high side as well.
A little bit of lag, a little bit of instability in the lobby. It is 10:07, ladies and gents. Hopefully that's as bad as it gets. When you see the cars rocking, sliding, and jiving, usually it leads to bad things. So far, though, just a couple lag spikes, couple donkey kicks. Cole 315, unfortunately, I don't know if he was part of it. It would have been right about 7 or 8 minutes ago. But Cole, glad that you're still out there in chat rooting on your J-PA Militia buddies. Where will the 15 go? It looks like he's going to try to stay outside. Race for the lead with the double deuce in his rear view. Still instability rocking these cars back and forth. Oh, man. Expert, these guys really holding on for all it's worth. I doubt they're seeing the same thing we're seeing. If it did, man, it'd be playing havoc in the lobby.
And you're exactly right, but these guys trying to get set up here to make a move on that high side. You can see they're trying to get organized. Some guys have moved up from the bottom to the top, and oh, a big wreck! And that's probably going to be the big one here from this one. I could see at least 6 cars getting involved right there, and that's definitely going to be a caution.
Yeah, game caution is absolutely out. Ladies and gents, we're going to take a quick little ad break. We're starting to get a few people in here. Let's see if we can't divert some of that traffic from them having to watch these commercials joining. We'll be right back. If you are still out there, absolutely appreciate your continued support. The racing tonight has been a lot of fun. Glad you're here to join us.
I'm still here. I can still watch it on my Twitch.
I wonder why.
I think I'm subscribed until like July or August.
There we go. Guys and gals, we are back. Absolutely. I was just thanking everybody under that quick little break there. For anybody that continues to follow, you get unlimited, unfettered access to this channel, as well as the Twitch TV and all the game DLC and all that free content that comes with your Twitch Prime. But man, still, if Frozen was still out there, she'd be saying, "Look at these wiggle wagons." If HD was still out there, they'd say, "Like a windshield wiper out there." All those different Frozen and HD isms, man. This race really brings me back to a race about a year or so ago that we thought we were doing for a great cause, and when that guy on the bottom lifts, the guy that's in second place lifts, doesn't push, they can really go 3 and 4 wide around this place, no questions asked. I am so glad that we're running this package. It makes for such better racing, expert.
And you're exactly right. You know, you got to get props to J-Pop for being able to implement this, and all the guys at NNR for understanding this and being able to implement it in all 3 series. These Cup guys we know are going to tear it up tomorrow, but these Xfinity and Truck guys have provided us a great show already. And, you know, it's going to be even more exciting whenever the Cup guys take the track.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how many guys will be on track tomorrow. I know that last night in the trucks, they allowed a few Xfinity and a few truck guys, a few Cup guys rather, to come on down and run with the trucks. We had between 20 and 25 on track last night. Same thing with the Xfinity guys. They've got about 8 or 9 truckers in the field. I don't know about Cup guys. I don't think so. But, man, look at this. They are 3 wide going for the lead right now. You've got 1 high and dry on the outside. You got the 54, and then you got the 5, a little tank. It seems like he's been in that position quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, man, he's been up there. He's been rocking and rolling on that the high side, low side, middle groove. Little Tank has really put it together. But you know how they say in restricted plate racing, it doesn't matter where the hell you are lap 1, where you are lap 50. It's where you are at Dega coming through the trial. You know, this is not your traditional super speedway like Daytona. Coming out of 4, you have a good chance to see the start-finish line. You're going to win the thing if nobody has it pulled out yet. Here at Talladega, you could get pulled out on in the middle of the trioval and you're still going to lose. You have a long ways to go before you get it. You're riding on board with the 15 of King Matters. Oh my gosh, that was a dumb move on the guy that came down, big wreck in the back. Big wreck. Guy came back on the track out of nowhere and just clipped the front end of the looked like the 51, and that is not good.
Yeah, Combat Beast out there in chat just gave some. Yeah, I'm guessing the 8 of Combat's not too happy right now. He's sitting in about P number 10, and yet I don't see a whole lot of damage that he's going to have to fix up on that Hellman's Camaro. Still looking backwards from the 15 of King Mathers. We saw the 22 involved in that with a couple of others as well. That definitely looked pretty bad. Cape, what's happening, buddy? Good to see you. We were just talking about you, and not in a good way.
Yeah, we were under commercial, Cape, and we just talked about how much we can't stand that Cape guy. I'm just playing. I say we say this all the time, and a lot of people give us our commentary prowess and say that we're so good at it. I want to give a shout out to the man that's in the booth with you and me tonight, Expert, for how amazing he's been doing. If you guys didn't catch last week's show for the NNR Cup race, you missed a great one. We put it on over there on the podcast channel on Expert and my
Another caution,
little fun
guys.
channel. That caution's back out. A lot of, but he is fantastic. He has done everything great, and I'm honored to say that he's going to come join us for the iRacing side, at least for my portion of it. I'm going to talk to Rick and see if we could put the whole season, but at least while it's on Balls Fans' channel, he is going to be there with me. And I'm happy to call you a friend, Expert.
Yeah, this little redheaded stepchild of mine, he has absolutely come a long way. Now he's quiet.
It's all thanks to both of y'all, though. It really is. You know, Vol sent me over here to be able to work with you and learn Pete, and you have taught me. You have taught me basically how to be one of the best on NASCAR Heat. Both of y'all provided me so many different opportunities, and you know, I'm forever thankful for y'all for letting me do what I want to do.
Boy, how's that for arrogant, balls? He's just calling himself one of the best. Like it's nothing. Man, I tell you.
I wasn't saying I was one of the best. Oh my Lord. Here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Like you just said, back to green. We're going to cut away from that. 5-car Little Tanky's going to come on up and give a little bit of a door check to the 38 of Bowling. Bowling's got the 15 of King Mathers right in his back bumper. 9 of Q-Dog with the 6th car. Here we go. 6 behind the 9. Just kind of flipped that number around. I had to make sure there weren't 2 9s. I think this is the first time we're talking about that 6 tonight, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. But you see right here what Little Tank did to the 38. Put a little bit of a door on him. I don't think he necessarily meant to put the door on the side of him, but just a little bit of a side draft to kind of slow that ship. That's something that you can use here. And I'll tell that to the guys for tomorrow. To catch a guy with the shifter, go up and tap their door. It throws their rhythm off. Because once they're going to grab third, they're trying to go grab fourth real quick, but they can't because they're stuck in third for a split second. So Little Tank did that to perfection. Q-Dog and the 6th car of Krabby Soup. Where the hell did he come from?
Right.
There he sits with the old legend sitting in 4th. And then you got the 54 KFE in the top 5. This race is going to get good because that high side's about to come in, and you're about to see a giant group of guys up there.
Yo, Expert, something I just thought about. A lot of additional points are out here on track, like, you know, something we haven't seen before. J-Pine and his guys, they got together and they approved, as you see, one up into the outside wall very, very hard. Kind of reminiscent of old Senior out there. But there's a lot of points that can be gained or lost tonight. I just saw the 8-car Combat Beast kind of get doored up into the outside wall by the 16. That could, you know, something like that, when you're that close on points, could really, either make or break your entire season at a place like Dega, where if you're not normally fast, as I mentioned earlier, at a short track or a cookie cutter or something like that, which we still got 3 races left this season, that could take you out of the hunt.
It really could, and it's every position matters. I've mentioned before, even in the OMA, one race can really cost you everything. It cost me a chance to go running the championship 4 over there just by one position. One position through the entire season cost me a chance to be able to go and race for a title. So these drivers have that in the back of their minds as well, that every position counts for them, and they cannot afford to make a mistake. We're already here in the playoffs. It's not like you're trying to race your way in. No, now it's for a title, and these guys know that it's so important to be able to get the best possible finish you can. Yes, it's nice to get a win, but the idea for these guys right now is that second place is better than last place.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you've got to check up for a second and get back in line because you see a spot in your mirror coming up just below you or just to the outside, absolutely check up for a second. They're going to run one more manual caution. Everybody should be able to make it from here. I'll double check with our sole onboard driver, Combat Beast here. Let's see. 18 laps remaining, 17 on fuel, but one of those laps, balls, is going to be under caution. I think everybody, if they spend at least maybe a lap or 2 in the pack, in the draft, they should be able to make it from here. We'll have to see, though.
Well, and also you look at it, the people on the bottom, right? You're off the throttle. Your off throttle time is huge because you cannot just be gung ho. The guys on the high side, on the other hand, that one lap could not pay dividends at the end of the race. So let's kind of look and see where they want to put themselves. Are they going to run the bottom for at least 2 laps to kind of stay off the throttle, save a little bit? And honestly, on the bottom, you can let the draft carry you around. Guy behind you gives you a shove, you're still going. You'll see guys right here. They're going to be swaying back and forth, putting it neutral, kind of coasting it, letting the guy push them under caution. And more than a cake, yes, it is old two-step Terry in the booth tonight. We're going to try to finish the rest of the season out to the best that I can. I might miss one race next week, and we'll be here to cover out the end of the NNR season for Pete to pass that torch and pick up that helmet and hand me the reins of the NNR broadcaster.
Absolutely. The iRacing side will belong to, solely belong to a Vols fan. So, man, it's going to be a brand new venture, and luckily, well, I don't know whether it's lucky or unlucky, but you're going to be able to get back a little bit sooner and learn everything you've got to learn about the graphics, about the service. You're going to be able to pick up your cars, pick up your tracks, pick up your trucks, pick up everything you want to pick up, get ready to go. And oh, by the way, spend that extra quality time with your missus. I'm sure she's going to be absolutely ecstatic to have you back home.
And hey, everybody who's out here in the chat, I'm not much of a person to go out and say things that are religious, but if you can, please say a prayer for Mama Vols' husband's brother. He's having open heart surgery right now. He's having a transplant done. I meant to bring it up a little early when I came in here, but please, if you have time tonight before you go to bed, when you wake up, if you're just sitting around and you have nothing to think about, please think about him. And please just say something. Let me get his name. David. Please just say a prayer for David. And he's having this heart transplant now as we speak. So best wishes to him.
Hopefully David will act like Goliath and overcome.
Absolutely.
Looks like we're back at full speed here. Or are they just getting back up to full speed to line up? That might have been, J-Pop might have said, all right, guys, let's pick up the pace a little bit because the 5 wouldn't just allow them to blow on by. Okay, yeah. So they were just picking up the pace to get back up and get going. And, man, I don't know. No, they're staying side by side. They are continuing to door bang. 9 of Q-Dog go on down. Give a little bit of a caramel shot to the 54 of KFD 18. 15 of King Mathers. He's still going to lead 5 car of Lil Tank right there in his back bumper, or up his trumpet, as the one and only Rick James would say. And, man, we got a battle for the lead now. 47 to the outside, 15 down low, Expert.
And right now, these guys still hanging side by side, and the points implications becoming bigger and bigger as the laps wind down. We're going to be within 15 laps. Should be around 14 to go this time by for these guys, and it's crunch time. You got to start making these moves. You got to start putting yourself in position, because when 5 laps to go rolls around, these guys are going to be making that move to try to go up there and win this thing.
Absolutely. Right now, riding along with the 16 of Bossy Geo, sitting about P5, P6. Would it be something if he was able to come on up here and grab the W? Been going through the field looking for our current points leader, the 13 of Commando Griff. Right now, there's the 0. There's that 13. It looks like he's up on that second line. He's got a good piece of the draft. And he's also got a little bit of help behind him. He's got the 38 of Bowling up his bumper. And it's all going to be about that shot. Nope, looks like 13 checked up. Didn't want to hit the 98 with a ton of momentum. That could have wrecked them all. That could be, the move that allows him to get back up there, as we've got, just about 13 to go. Expert, these guys are about to get very, very dicey, very aggressive is going to be a whole lot more take than there will be give. Man, yeah, we're seeing a whole lot of beating and banging as it is.
And these guys are, I mean, you're talking about it. These guys are beating and banging already, and we're just crossed into the less than 15 laps to go mark. These guys, you can see the high line starting to try to form up, and they really need to get that going, especially if they want to be able to be too wide by the time we get into that 10 lap to go mark. So if these guys try to stay up on this high side, and if they start getting some momentum and start side drafting down below, watch for some of these guys to start heading up that are up front, say around third, fifth, fourth, somewhere in there. Watch for those guys to try to head up as well, cut off and take that momentum and see if they can make a run for the lead.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get that line to work, Balls, I'm kind of surprised that all these guys are hovering on the bottom. The 9 car, he's not pushing the 47. As you can see, he's laying back, doing what he's supposed to in that Plan B sales Camaro. He's got the 15 to King Mathers. King Mathers is pushing for all that he's worth with the 54. Very, very close in his rear view, and there's the 18 of iRace Clean sitting in P5. The 9's got to be checking up, and man, he's got to be holding an extremely steady wheel for how much contact there is behind the 47 of Bill's Legend. Man, that 9's lucky by now that he hasn't been spun out.
Well, it's like what I said when they come off of pit road. We talked about 1 lap of fuel. That 1 lap of fuel on the high side doesn't exist. You're not saving up in the second and third groove. On the bottom, I think they're just down here saving. They're kind of biding their time a little bit because we've seen it. The 38 of Bolin was P2. Caution was out, and he was red. He was in the fence, and now he's having to fight his way back to the front. So I think they're kind of just being a little patient here. You know, patience is key here. There's no sense in pulling out a little too early. It'll be helpful with 2 or 3 to go, and we see people jump up there. We saw the 5 Little Tank 13 at Commando Drift. These guys wanted to kind of make a move, and then they thought best of it. They said, oh, no, whatever. But now the 13's hung out dry, and he better find a hole. He better find it quick.
Yeah, he was actually just able to, just as you said that, he's able to find a hole between the double deuce of Yotes and the 98 of Master Killer. So good job by the 13, able to stop the bleeding of points. Hopefully now he can slowly and methodically maybe work his way on back up. He was supposed to be in the booth last night, but as soon as they opened up some seats in the truck race to enhance the field, he said, Pete, I gotta go. I need the seat time. Do you mind? Absolutely not, man. When you're going for an NNR championship, it's not something that everybody gets to say, and I wish that 13 a whole lot of luck. Expert, the top 4 have a little bit of a gap back to P number 5. P number 5 looks like it's going to be, I'm working my way back up there right now. It was the 5 a little tank, but it looks like the 18 might have just been shuffled out of the way, and that's going to bring a few people in.
And right now, if you're looking at these guys, as we ride on board, I'm looking on the onboard of the Ada Combat Beast. These gaps that you're seeing formed by some of these guys, this could be to set up a run as we head through the final laps here. You can see all the way at the back, there's a lot of guys who have spread out. They're not necessarily on the back bumper of the guys in front of them. I'm not sure if that's to protect from lag or build up a run, but right now in the closing laps, it definitely could be either, as now the 54 backs off from 3rd position. Let's see if he looks to try to build up a run, and nope, just a push back to the front. And here we go. Right as I say it, though, more guys from the back. Here comes that high line, going to start trying to build and charge to the front.
Yeah, you've got that. You've got 3 wheels and shifters up on that high side, led by the 38 of NNR Bowling, 15 of King Mathers right in his back pocket. Right now, door to door with the 18 Monster Camaro, or Monster Toyota rather, of iRace Clean coming through the tri-oval, and this is going to bring us to under 10 laps to go. 8 helmets now underneath the 98. 7 laps to go. So we're winding down. Rock NASCAR, good to see you out there. Honestly, you're bad saying, let's go, Hoder. Number 18.
Yeah, the 18 has a great chance to win this race. You got to find yourself in the right position at the right time, and he has found himself in that position. He's right then and there, and there's a wreck. There's a big wreck. That's 2 cars. I believe that's going to bring out the yellow flag here. This is going to set up for, I would hope the caution would come out here. But that if the caution does come out, this is going to set up for a wild and exciting finish here to the end of this race. It would put us under 5 to go when they take this green.
Yeah, we'll have to see if J-Pop brings out the flag. They were all pretty much, for the most part, off the racing surface. So far, it looks like everybody's still hard on the throttle. The 47 of Bill's Legend sitting P1, 9 of Q-Dog sitting P2, 54 of KFB 18, and the 18 of iRace Clean. And yep, it looks like that caution is out. They are breaking the throttle, applying just a little bit of, maybe a little bit of brake to slow it up. Maybe they can go down pit road if they want to this time. We'll have to see. But man, this what do you think, expert? What do you think, Vols? How many green-white checkers are we about to see?
Oof. I'm gonna let you take this one, Vols. I gotta go find the Larry Mack cap real quick.
I'm going to say that I believe we're at least going to have 2. This is going to set up for one of those finishes that are going to be once in a lifetime. Somebody's either going to come out here, they're going to stay out, they're going to gamble, they're going to win this. Obviously, we know who I'm cheering for. Guys stayed on the racetrack. Guys came down pit road. Tires mean nothing here. Tires mean absolutely nothing. There's a ton of people that stayed on this racetrack. This is going to get wild, and it's going to get wild really, really, really fast. Who's going to win this race? I think it's going to come from the guys who stayed out. We're about to see 2 or 3 wide, maybe 4.
Oh yeah, easily. Especially since they can't push on the bottom to go. I'd have to agree. Now, do you think the winner comes from the high side, or do you think it'll be a last-ditch effort to try to block on the bottom side to take the lead? We've seen Kevin Harvick pass Mark Martin for a lead. We saw Dale Earnhardt come from 18th to win at Talladega for his last ever win. We've seen people in real NASCAR come from many different places to win at these restrictor plate tracks. We might see another epic one right here.
I think the winner is going to come from the second row. The most aggressive guy in this top 5, and it's not a bad thing. He's sitting in P4. iRace Clean. That guy right there is the most aggressive pusher and the most aggressive side drafter you have here. He learned from a lot of good people on how to do restrictor plate racing. I believe that the winner is going to be that 18, not because he has the fastest car, but because he has the most aggression in him. And if he wins it, this is going to be one hell of a celebration in this booth tonight. That's who I'm going with. And Mathers is sitting in P5. He got his rightful position back. I think Mathers is going to push that 18 to a win.
Man, it's very, very possible. Expert, that 18 Monster Toyota has got a lot of damage on the front end. It could be, lag damage from going down pit road. We see all the pushing and shoving every time these cars pull into their pit stall. If that's real damage, he's going to be starting up on the high side behind, I believe it might be, it's going to be the 9 of Q-Dog in that PlanBSales.com Camaro. And he'll have the 54 of a KFB 18 on his inside. They're lining back up to go 2 wide. We are 1 lap away from going back green. It's about to get down and dirty pretty quick, and that 18 doesn't have to let go of the 9's bumper at all.
And the idea you have to have here, I'm going to support iRace Clean on this. He's a good friend of me and Vols for the longest time. Vols, iRace Clean, Asbill, and me for the longest time. We were guys that would go into different leagues and be the guys that could run super speedways and be one of the fastest guys on track. iRace Clean knows what he's doing when it comes to these tracks, and he's here to prove it. And, I mean, expect him to make a move. He's known for his aggression and making great moves here to put himself in a position to win. He's sitting here in fourth. Let's see. Can he do it? Can he do it again this time at Talladega here in the NNR Xfinity Series?
Man, it's absolutely possible, Vols, but he's got some pretty stout competition. He's got the 47 of Bill's Legend. He's led a few laps. The 9 of Q-Dog. It seems like he's been inside the top 5 all night long. That 54 double Twix machine of KFB 18. Then you've got the 15 of King Mathers. I mean, you've got a top 5, top 6 here that can win on every given week, and here they are at a track playing chess, and they're still here. Somebody's about to yell checkmate.
This tells you exactly who are the best of the best. You could take them on any track, Watkins Glen, Richmond, Dover, whatever. Put them at Dega, they're still in the top ones. They're up here. They're having fun with it. But I'm going to go on a limb and say the 18 takes this win, and tomorrow night, Honestly You're Bad gets his very first win in NNR in that 47.
Well, Honestly You're Bad, he's out there in chat. Honestly, he's pretty damn fast. So we'll have to see. I want to call him honestly you're fast and in victory lane, just like the other guy. Honestly, you're slow or something like that. No, I'm just kidding. But man, it's we're going back green. It is going to be, what do we got here? About a 3-lap shootout, give or take. Yeah, 3 laps to go here to crown a mid-playoff champion, I guess we could say. No, we won't even do that. It's Talladega, 3 laps to go, 47, 54, and the 9's going to be your top 3. Expert, man, here comes that 18 with a big old push to the 9, and it looks like it's going to be the 9th. Who was that right there that just checked up to get off the 18's bumper? He really needed that. Q-Dog staying up there with him, though. He had a chance to duck down in front of the 47. There's a whole lot of momentum, a whole lot of line behind both sides. Man, these lines are crazy.
And it's about to get crazier right here. We're going to be hitting 2 laps to go. Watch that 54. He's going to probably pop up here on the back straightaway if that outside line can get a run. And now 3 wide near the back of the pack. Some of these guys already making contact. That outside line's kind of folded. Now 4 wide here at one point. Right here, that 47, he's probably in the best position he can be right now as these guys try to get organized throughout the back. Some contact. One around right there in the back. It looked like the 21, but these guys, it's only going to be 1 car. They're looking to keep it green as we cycle around out of turn 4. These guys are getting ready to take the white flag here. The guy is trying to make a high lane work now. There's a few with a run, but it's not going to work up here on the front straightaway. Some of these guys up front are going to have to bridge a gap and see if they can make a move down the back straightaway. Some guys are already pulling up from a second pack, but not sure if they're going to have the time. You can see the 54 is splitting a gap. He's looking to build up a run here on the back straightaway. The 15 of Mathers doing it as well. The 47 attempting to control lines here as he is, the 47, he's attempting to go up and down the track, breaking the draft. Here comes the push from the 15. No, he's going to go to the high side. Now NNR Bowling looking to give a push. Here comes Master Killer making it 3 wide. Mathers gets put in the wall. Now on the front straightaway, the 54 has a draft. He's looking to make the move. The 47 goes to block. Here comes the 98. 54 on the high side. They're going to be side by side with a push to 47. He's going to barely get it here. And these guys, we're all stacked together. I can't even tell you the rest of the field.
I tell you, 47, he got one hell of a shove from the 98 of Master Killer. 54, he hung very, very tight on that outside, tried to pull back. So it's going to be Bill's Legend, KFB 18, Master Killer top 3, Boss EGOP for Little Tank. No surprise there, 5-car in P5, Classic Stu, Yotes King, and then Commando Griff. So we got some truckers mixed in with some Xfinity guys. What a great finish, everyone. Oh, wow. I'm glad. Yeah, we all saw that car that went spinning into the infield. J-Pod could have said, you know what, go ahead and race it back to the line, and then that's it. Nope. He let them go ahead and race it out. The car that was in the back wasn't going to interfere with anything that happened on track. Congratulations, Bills legend. Buddy, you earned that one.
What a hell of a finish. That was, that had me speechless over here.
Man, oh man. All right, so everybody's going to go ahead and take their cool down lap. And speaking of cool, ladies and gents, after post race is done, please by all means stick around. We see our Drive for Diabetes driver actually on right now, driver Lacey Cool. And we'll actually go ahead and raid her channel when it's all said and done. Her and her dad were nice enough to send me and Expert and Vols a little bit of a care package. My wife, she stole the shirt from me. I got the hat. I've actually got her sticker right here on the other side of this table. So big thank you to the Cool family for the cool gear. Get it? But man, great race by everybody. All right, we'll be right back with our top three and of course our post race interviews. Keep it right here. All right, guys, big thank you one more time for keeping it right here. We've got our top three in our Talladega booth. We're going to start off with Vols. He's got KFB 18 driver of the number 54 Twix machine. Vols, go right ahead, sir.
KFB, what's up, man? You come out last week, you win the race, you come back this week, you get a top three position. How confident are you moving on in these playoffs?
Man, I'm trying to dig out of a hole, man. I just starting so late in the season. I don't think I got it in me to, get there in 6 races. But hey, man, at least I'm just trying to take little jabs at the points and try to get as close as I can. That's all I can do.
What was your mindset coming to that finish? You saw a couple people get 3-4 wide back there behind you. What gave you the chance to get up there and get this top 3 position?
Well, I mean, I was just sitting there running second, and I seen King Mathers laying back, and when I seen that happen, Bills was just able to weave back and forth, and kind of just no momentum, man. And then I had to block King Mathers, and then that's going to upset people for blocking. I know he's tight in positions and he's up there in points racing for a championship, but I am too. And with Little Tank holding me up last week at the Glen, and he's in a championship, but he's going a lap down. Just got to fight for yourself anymore. So just trying to fight and survive. That's all I can do.
Balls, I'm just going to say one quick thing when talking about these points. KFB, yeah, you're sitting about P7 right now on points. Commando Griff finished behind you. Combat Beast behind you. Mathers behind you. Q-Dog behind you. Yotes King behind you. And Baritone Boss actually, I think something either lagged out or something happened. So you finished ahead of everybody else that's ahead of you in points. I wouldn't hang your head too low. Sorry, Balls, go ahead.
No, man, absolutely. I was just about to say the same thing. You're right there. You finished ahead of everybody you needed to, and I'm hang your head high. You have a great chance to go win this championship. You got any shout outs for us tonight?
Well, I appreciate your kind words of alls and Pete. Do appreciate it. But, man, I just want to thank everybody that tunes in to watch. I know I got a lot of people tuning in and watching me on Monday nights and here and Wednesday nights. Want to thank my fans out there. And definitely want to thank you guys for putting it on. I mean, you guys don't have to, and you guys do it every week. So, I mean, I can't thank you guys enough for allowing, to go back and watch his race, and just hearing you guys. Y'all do a fantastic job. So once again, thanks, guys. Appreciate all y'all do for us.
Well, man, we appreciate you. Thanks for coming out, making NNR so good.
Thank
Expert, you got P2. Let's hear from old MK.
And old MK, Jesus, I go way back with him as well, back in the old ATLRA days. He comes out here and shows why he's a master plate racer as well. Master Killer, you made one heck of a move to get in position right there to almost set yourself up for a win. Just maybe one more lap or a little bit more of a straightaway, and you could have had it, man. How's it feel to come away with P2 after such a wild race out there?
Just a minor correction. I came in third. 54 was second, but it was just getting it all together at the end. I tried to put together a race and be at least with the main pack at the end. I just stuck to the bottom, and I figured people were going to go to the move, and I just wanted to be the saving grace and just come away with the top. Just a really good finish, and came away with third. Coming to the end, it was seeing where everyone was going to go, every one of those moves. I was pretty committed to the bottom, wherever it was going to position me, and it just opened up and got up to Bills, and I could have had a chance, but I didn't want to take that chance. I had third locked up, and I thought big picture. Bills did an amazing job up front. He had a really good car. Had to go back and forth. They pretty much all did. Just racing got rough at one point. It got to the rear, and it was just a long drive, and just trying to get it all together, and everything looked out with moves that were made tonight.
Well, I mean, you're certainly right, and now you're moving on to Richmond next week to go short track racing here in the playoffs. I mean, what is your outlook going into that race, knowing that you had a good performance here, and coming into this race you were sitting 10th in points, and getting a good point stay could slingshot you up there? How confident are you at Richmond, and do you think you can get it done there? And talk to us once again.
It's going to be a difficult task. I never had great runs at Richmond. It's definitely still a learning process for me, and getting the car able to just go around the bottom lane. That's going to be key at Richmond, and it's definitely going to be the focus on just trying to get the car right and settled for Richmond in order to have another solid run.
Well, one last question, of course, for you, man. Any shout-outs?
I got to shout out the J-Paw Militia. Shout out to the winner, Bills. He did really good at the end. And it was teamwork tonight that helped a lot of us, and just maneuvering, just watching the field. It was sort of patience, sort of just trying to hold the line, and just shout out J-Paw as the main guy of this organization, and he deserves a lot of credit for a good group. We definitely had our controversies this season, but we seem to overcome it week in and week out.
All right. Well, once again, congratulations, man, on the podium. And Pete, I think you got ourselves a winner up there in Victory Lane.
Absolutely. Bills in that 47 Trump Train Camaro. Bills, we saw you on the high side. We saw you on the low side. We saw you about mid-pack. We saw you at the tail of the pack. We saw you in the front. Finally, at the end, you were doing everything that you could possibly do to keep the 54 out of your draft, going down below, going up high. In the end, the 98, your good old buddy, Master Killer, came on up, gave you a shot to keep you ahead of the 54. You're a winner here at Talladega. Talk us through your 3-lap shootout, and did you think you're going to have it?
Repeat, it's been a minute since I've been in the booth.
Yes, sir.
And this time I can say I have won a race. So, I mean, where do I even start? That restart really had me really scared. Let's just say my heart was out of my chest. I really thought that 54 and the 15 were just going to blow past me on that restart. And, I mean, how they didn't get past me, I don't know if it was lag. I don't know if it was a lobby, them swerving. I mean, I just look in my mirror and I see the whole pack's 3 wide. And, I mean, I see I'm like 10 car lengths ahead, and I don't see the 54 with any support on that last lap. So I was just like, all right, I'll just go up next to the wall. And as soon as he followed me, I'll go right back down, right back up, right back down. Just break the draft as much as possible. And then when he got close to me, all I seen was that 98 in my mirror. I was like, all right, I know that 54 is going high. That 98 better stay low. That's my man right there. And he did, and he gave me just enough of a hit to the rear end to keep me in front of that 54 at the line. So props to my man Master Killer right there on that one.
Yeah, when he kept it low and kept it solid and hit you square, we pretty much knew. But man, did you realize that it was like 2 wide right behind you, and then 3 wide behind that second row? It was a phenomenal finish, definitely clip worthy. We were all at an overhead angle, buddy. It looked phenomenal. Back in victory lane, great shot to you in the points. Where did you finish in the first couple stages?
So the first stage, I actually tried winning, but I went from second coming to the white flag, and I fell all the way back to 7th because no one helped me in that pack. So I went from 2nd to 7th, and then I won the second stage off of that caution. I don't even know what caused that caution, but I ended up winning that. Actually, the 0 probably would have won that if he didn't run out of gas. Actually,
yeah, we saw that. Yeah,
he ran out of gas, so obviously I took that. And then that third stage, man, I up and down all around in that pack. But restrictor plate racing is my forte, so I can be in the back of the pack and I'll be in the front in 5 laps. This is my favorite type of racing, and you will always see me up front. You see me up front on the iRacing side, baby. You know what it's about.
I let you go. Once CJ McRose got past me, I was like, yeah, well, okay, whatever. I'm just going to save my stuff. And you said, well, I got past you pretty easy. Whatever. I let you. Anyhow, no, man, no, you've been bad fast on both sides, here on Heat and over on iRacing. I definitely can't take that from you. But this is going to give you a nice little surge into points with 3 races to go. How much are you looking forward to next week and these last couple? Are you like officially going to be done with the Xbox side with the end of this season? Just saying, hey, iRacing, I'm yours, or are you going to kind of hang out and see what the next game has in store if it's any good?
This will definitely be my last season on that Xbox, for sure. As for the next 3 races of the playoffs, I mean, it all comes down to my personal life and working.
Yep.
I mean, I didn't close today, so I didn't have to worry about rushing home or any of that. So I was prepped for this race. I had a quick 10-minute draft session to get back used to this. And as for next season, I'm just looking for the iRacing side. So I'm looking forward to the Monday race at Dover. So Richmond, I might be there next week. Richmond.
Well, man, big congrats. You got a W when it really matters here in the playoffs. Your very last Talladega race on Heat 5 with NNR belongs to you, Bills legend. Congratulations. Any quick shout-outs for you, buddy?
Thank you, bud. And I'm just going to shout out all my teammates, Baritone, Master Killer, Cole, Q, Exodus, and I feel like I'm missing somebody. Like, there's so many of us in this militia, man.
Oh, yeah.
J. Cole.
Did I say Cole? I think I said Cole. Did I? You know what?
You sound like me when I try to rattle through them all. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, everybody.
Griff in there.
Oh yeah, Griff. That's my man. Yeah, my Griff man. Can't forget him. He was the last one that I was forgetting. Sorry, baby, if you're listening to this.
Well, J-Pod just dropped 47 bits to commemorate your win, as well as 98 for the one and only Master Killer for giving you that shot to propel you to victory lane. Congratulations one more time. Shadow Racing, buddy, thank you very much for the 1,200 bits. Definitely appreciate you. Man, guys and gals, we got one more race this week over here on the Heat 5 side, and tomorrow the Cup guys looking to get it done. It's going to be the first time that they're all running this chain graboid, J-Pa package here at Talladega, so it's going to be interesting. I mean, it's so much so that Coey actually put out a diagram as to where you can and where you can't push, and it's going to be phenomenal. You're not going to want to miss it. Expert hit on it earlier. It's one of those races where you're not going to see the 42 CGMX Rose up front, or the 13 a Lucky Dog up front all race long. It's going to. I think we're going to have a big hit in the points. I think we're going to have someone else in the top 12, or maybe somebody else that's not even in the chase. Go ahead and grab a W. Could even be somebody's first win of the season. Maybe the 4. He's been running strong pretty lately. But man, congratulations one more time to the 47 of Bills legend. Ladies and gents, we will see you again one more time about 8:30 Eastern tomorrow night. Please stay put. Let's go see what the one and only Lacey Cool has going on, if my mouse will kind of work with me. We will see where it is. I promise I'm getting there. Come on. My mouse is not paying attention or cooperating. There we go. Raid channel. Raid channel. Well, something's going on. It's not working for me. I apologize, guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow night. I can't even get my mouse to shut down the stream. There we go. All right, yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow night. Have a good night.